Nope. Waka.
I'm Sarah, this is Abby, and welcome to A Swool Unlimited. I'm a scuba instructor, and I lived in my van for a little over 3 years after living abroad as a dive shop owner. Now I'm living in an old sailboat with the hopes of sailing and diving around the Pacific Northwest and beyond. On this channel, you'll get scuba lessons, dive site explorations, and sailing adventures. Join the community here on YouTube or come diving with me around the world on one of my expeditions.
It is so windy out there. Oh my goodness. Is that the spot? Are you good? Before we get into the video, I want to talk about diving insurance. Although there's no diving in this particular video, you guys know that I'm an avid scuba diver and we're getting into the season, baby. The weather's changing. I'm getting ready to go to Socorro. So I just want to take a little bit of time and remind you to get your diving insurance. And this is where I want to give a big shout out to Dan, Divers Alert Network, for sponsoring this video. They not only have diving insurance, but also trip insurance and tons of safety gear for your scuba diving adventures. Check out the links in the description below to get yourself set up for a safe season of diving. Now let's get into the video. I don't think my camera is gonna do this justice at all, but it is the lunar eclipse. Let's see. Oh, come on. There she is. This is so cool. I haven't had like a fun adventure on the boat in many months now. But just swaying here and watching the moon, the lunar eclipse from my hatch, like, this is really cool. What you doing, buddy? Heating the boat this winter has been a total nightmare, and so I have finally decided just to put in a new diesel heater. I'm getting rid of everything that was here before. No idea if this is gonna spill a bunch of diesel. Here we go. Plug that up. Now, can I get it through? Oh, hell yeah, dude. All right, I'm gonna take this thing off the wall. So this whole thing is gonna come off. Okay. What in the world? Well, that looks cool. Oh no. I'm just gonna run. This is atrocious. The fuck? Wow. Okay. Awesome. It looks great. Everything's fine. Through. These people in their tiny holes. don't understand why they don't leave just like a little bit of wiggle room to get things through. So pretty simple. I've just disconnected the diesel, which like I had it on a T on the inlet to the engine, which I know was bad in the first place. So I'm glad to have gotten rid of that. So that's done. I have removed the pump and now I'm just disconnecting the electrical so that I can actually take the whole thing out. And then this is the other line that was going to the living room, to the unit over there where there's that lovely hole. So once I get that disconnected, I can throw all of this out, and then I'm figuring out how to route all of my stuff for the new heater. Ow! Freaking zip ties! Hey! Now the question is, do I keep this pump and become one of those boat hoarder people? The pump still pumps things. What could I use it for? I've thought through a bunch of different placements for this heater because it's kind of a pain in the ass to route a heater with the exhaust and the air intake and all of that stuff. But I just had an idea yesterday to put it far back on the starboard side. There's like a perfect little space for it where the exhaust wouldn't have to be very long, and I could route the heating duct basically under the whole like starboard side into the lower part of my salon. It would come through, let's see if I can get a light, through there. Can't really see it. Need to drill a hole, big hole in that, to route this hose. And that goes all the way under, passes the bilge, and then, oi! Goodness. So you can see it here. It comes out there and then keeps going until here. I drill a big old hole, pretty much expand that little hole, big hole there, and then out of this vent so that it warms this lowest part of my house. I don't really know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Nope. That did not work at all. Okay, wait. What's the deal? I don't know. Okay. This way. Okay. All right. This is not straight. There we go. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Beauty. For this next cut, I'm gonna be working on the fiberglass side, so I'm gonna tape off my wrist. This feels like the beginning of a very bad movie. Okay. Let's go. I'm here in the aft berth. Down below, I'm gonna put a hole, let's see, right there. Yeah, this is gonna be fine. And then the heater is gonna be right behind this wall. Okay, so that routing is done. Still need to mount it to the vent in the salon, and then I'll have to connect it to the actual unit. But the drilling was okay. I wanted to do that because the scariest part of this whole project is drilling a hole in my actual hull of the boat. It's above the water line at the stern, but it's still like kind of scary to put a hole in my boat. But like that was okay. It's kind of, I'm doing a little bit of exposure therapy, right? Like drilling some holes in things that aren't structural. Eventually I'll drill a hole in the actual side of the boat. Oof, I'm hungry. I gotta eat something. Your breath is so stinky. I actually don't think I want to know what it looks like behind this metal, but I'm going to try to repurpose this for my heater install in the stern. So let's be terrified together. It's gonna be great. It's not gonna be scary at all. Okay. I don't know what to think of that. Okay. Okay. The wood behind this looks alright. I finally bought some tools, so get to put them to use, I guess. Shall we learn about epoxy? This is for resin. Whoa. Holy cow. Guess that's it. I'm just gonna mix this for a minute. Marinas are beautiful places, let me tell you. People here are so helpful, so grateful. My neighbor, who's a mechanic, got the zinc out of my heat exchanger. Well, there's no zinc to be found, so that's a problem. I'm gonna go to Fisheries Supply and get a replacement. There's a tornado warning. This seems so unreal. Look at this. What? I've gone through a storm like this, and honestly, the winds were higher, like bigger. am sure they're gonna pick up, but it was fine last time. So I'm staying on the boat. Hopefully it'll be fine. But I do still have my heater outside because even though I have all the tools to finish this project, I have just not had time. So I think I was gonna just like leave it because it didn't seem like it was gonna be that bad, but I think I need to take this down, and I have a tarp over, like, I think I need to just take everything down because I might fly away. By the way, let's pause for this gorgeous salad. Delicious. There's a bunch of sirens going on, and that doesn't feel like a good omen. This is her in all her glory. This feels like one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Everything's totally fine. Nothing to see here. That kind of works. And something I learned from my last storm is to clean the scuppers. Don't want all this clogging up the drain. Wow, she has her cockpit back. Wow. Look at that, Abby. Wow. And now we wait. This should be interesting. At least we're all in this together at the marina. People are asking me if I'm gonna ride out the storm on the boat, and I'm like, should I not be? Like, should I get in the van and drive away? Like, I kind of would rather be here. I want to protect my old girl. I don't know what I'd do. A boat's gonna boat, right? She's gonna float. Yeah. And so it begins. Bum, 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 bum. I've already seen lots of lightning. I really hope that we're all gonna be okay. Okay, you can't really tell, but there's a dark mass of clouds coming. It's looking very ominous. There it is. There was one huge storm in Xcalak when I lived in Mexico. Tiny village, like right near the Belize border. The storm was so crazy. I don't think I've ever been so close to lightning. It really looked and felt like it was right at the end of our dock. But I literally felt the crack, like in the center of my chest. It was terrifying. My poor dog, Chala, got so scared and just ran out into the storm. Ooh, that was a good one. So Chala ran out into the storm and we had to go running after her. She like tucked herself into a dark place, the poor thing. I think she was maybe in the equipment room or something. Abby's a little bit nervous, but she's doing okay. I'm trying to stay calm because that keeps her calm. But this, I do not like storms. That's why the van has been so nice, because I could just drive away. I could just leave. I would never stay through something like this. I did not cover the van, so I'm praying that we're not gonna have hail. I can't deal with having a broken windshield or broken solar panels right now. I just can't. So we're gonna pray. Waka. It's getting closer. Oh no. You just love taking over the center of the bed. You princess. Honestly, the storm wasn't so bad. Thank goodness. I'd rather it be that way. Be prepared and then have it be nothing. The wind is picking up a little bit. It says that it's gonna get up to 25 knot gusts, which isn't the worst that I've experienced here. So I think we're in the clear. Yay, no tornadoes and no golf ball sized hail. I thought there were crazy microclimates in the central coast of California, but like this area is crazy. So it's bedtime. Woohoo! Let's go.